to my channel. I'm Moon Sparkle. I'm here to do a reparenting update. For those of you who are not familiar with it, reparenting is when you do inner child healing, and I have been working on inner child healing. So meet little Bridget. She's so cute, right? So I haven't gotten on here and did an update in like 2 months, so I kind of want to fill you in on the update of what's been going on. I look a lot different, and I want to explain that. And I also want to share some of me and little Bridget's conversations that we have. I will also put a link of the article below, so that if you want to have conversations with your little self, the article guides you on what questions or how to speak to your little self. So last time I did an update was in April. That was my very first video. So in May, we painted. We painted a sunflower. I know that our stem is really thick and strong, and I like that. That shows to me that's significant of our roots. So let me just explain, if you didn't see the first video. When you are doing inner child healing, you come up with a symbol for between you and your inner child, and that lets you know when you need to go inside or when you need to do inner child healing. That just is like the flag. So we agreed on sunflowers. So I see sunflowers often, and sometimes I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? And sometimes when I see sunflowers, it makes me think about little Bridget. So it doesn't necessarily mean I need to stop and sit and have all these conversations. It's just she comes to mind when I see sunflowers. There are times when I kind of weigh in and I'm like, okay, no, we need to have these conversations. So I do conversations with little Bridget. I try to do at least twice a month, check-ins with our conversations. Life has picked up a little bit for me, so I want to share some of our conversations. So with inner child healing, you talk to your inner self like you would talk to a child. For me, that's super easy because in my career world, I work with children, and I believe as I've been doing my inner child healing, I have come to the conclusion that the reason why I work with children is because of what happened to me at such an early age. I knew that there was a period in my life where I wanted to be famous and be a singer, and I honestly believe once that traumatic experience happened, I just remember always saying I want to be a teacher, I want to be a teacher, I want to be a teacher. So now I'm so blessed not only to have been a teacher, but now I teach teachers. So I am touching more lives because now I'm touching people who can touch multiple kids, versus if it was just me, I would only be touching like that class. So this is pretty cool. I love that I have chosen to work with the littles, but now that I'm meeting those goals, now the other goals that little Bridget set, are starting to pop out. So now I'm going towards those goals. And to be honest with you, I'm learning how to balance inner child Bridget reparenting and going after my goals, shooting, like being a shooting star or chasing those shooting stars or chasing my dreams. So I'm just learning how to do that with little Bridget, but it's awesome. So going back, when you are reparenting, you have a conversation, you talk to yourself as though you were talking to a little kid. So you're very kind, you're very gentle, you're not judgmental. One of the first things you do is you look at yourself, little you, because little you is a real place that exists. A lot of us as adults are actually just adults in body, but like that little child is inside of us, like running our life. So that is a real place inside of you, and you just have to be mindful. So you treat it very real. So I look at little Bridget, or I look at myself in the mirror, and I talk to myself and I say like how wonderful and special I was as a little kid. I say like, you were willing to help anybody as a little kid. You were so kind, you were so sweet. And I just let her know how perfect she is. Another thing is, like I said, I use a gentle tone, and I'm really kind with little Bridget. Another thing that I do with little Bridget is I ask her how she's feeling. I let her know that she has nothing to be ashamed of. I also let her know that I'm her protector, I'm her guardian. If little Bridget don't like you, we not fooling with you. Like, that's so real. And I believe in the past, I let a lot of people in my life who talk to little Bridgette like real crazy. And that doesn't happen. Either I allow little Bridgette to speak her truth, or I tell little Bridgette I will speak her truth for her, but never does she have to play small again. So that's like part of our conversation, just me reassuring her. There's just, it's a long conversation. I let her know that she doesn't have to prove herself to anybody, things like that. So moving on to the next topic, I've changed my hair. Well, when little Bridgette was little, she used to love to braid. She had a Miss Piggy doll, and she always used to braid this doll's hair. She was such an awesome braider at like the age 4 that her mom would have her doing her siblings' hair. Little Bridgette learned how to do her own hair. She started doing her mom's hair. She started doing her mom's friend's hair. By the time little Bridgette was like 14, she had her own business braiding like adult women's hair, like more business than her mom. So, or my mom would like give me clients. So it was really cool. So I really like braiding hair. I, in the month of May, did box braids on top of my locks. And I was going to let it slowly grow out and then just cut the locks. And June came around, and little Bridgette and I decided we're just going to cut it. What our end goal with the hair is to eventually just be braiding my own natural hair in styles and not even be adding extensions. So we are going through the process of just growing it back out, and we're going to do how we did when we were little with extensions. And then once my hair gets long enough, I will just be braiding my own natural hair. So that's the intention behind that. Braiding hair is very healing and very meditative to little Bridgette. So she loves to just braid. Like, it's just nonstop, and she just goes into, we go into a meditative space with braiding hair. I loved my hair in June. That's one of the reparenting questions. It says you start letting your inner child slowly start making decisions so that they can build their confidence, which in turn builds your true confidence. So when it came time to do my hair for June, little Bridgette, like, I was meditating. She was like, let's do a style like we did like when you were little. So the style was to be like a part on the side, and then to the side and the back down. And when I was little, I wore my hair like this. My mom would do my hair like this and put beads on it. I even contemplated doing that, but I was like, no, I'll just do it like this. As I was braiding, it was a lot of back and forth with myself, doubting myself, like, what will this look like? It's going to be super thin. I even tried feeder braids. And once we got to the top, I was like, I don't know if this is going to work. And little Bridgette and I united, and we did like box. Ooh, let me share. Like box braids to kind of fill it in, and then like a roll over. I actually love this hairstyle. I'm very versatile with this hairstyle. I do like a lot of different stuff with this hairstyle. So I'm just glad that we come to a conclusion on my hair. I struggle with my hair and putting weave in, just because it was like, I know that I don't need to add anything to me, but the fact that this is me doing my own hair, this is my head is a creation of its own. It is my crown. It's my art. So, and I think we'll probably be braiding my hair like once a month. Who knows? But my confidence is building just because I've given little Bridgette a lot of peace. I'm super confident, and I try to be mindful of when it's my ego, but it's truly just confidence. I am beautiful inside and out, and I love that about myself. So things that I wouldn't go after in the past, I feel so confident to go after now. Things that I wouldn't try in the past, I feel so confident. So this is my update on reparenting. I want to say like this is something I would do every month, but there's honestly times when little Bridgette's like, nah, she don't want to do it. So I just need to be mindful of when she is okay with doing updates. So I guess we'll just come out, it'll be peekaboo when we do our updates. So once again, I just want to share our art and share little Bridgette, and thank you for sharing this very intimate, private, vulnerable, loving space with me, and allowing me, myself, and little Bridgette to love on you. Thank you.